only post 7 days a week, 3 to 5 times if I can, depending on how life is. Is that too many times? Yeah, I get about 1 post in a week, maybe 2 on a good day. Sounds familiar? So whether you're that person that thinks you post way too much on Instagram, or you're that person who thinks you don't post enough on Instagram, let's talk about it. One of the main things that stresses out small business owners the absolute most is focusing on how often they should be posting on Instagram. And I know this because I'm Cheri. If you're new here, I'm a social media manager and I work with lots of small business owners. I work with them to help them become more confident with Instagram marketing. And this is one of the main things that I have to address all the time. How often should I really be posting on Instagram for my small business? And the next time you ask yourself, how often should I post on Instagram? Instead, I want you to replace that question with, how often can I be consistent on Instagram? Because depending on how consistent you can be with your Instagram strategy, that will determine the frequency of your posts. You should never really focus on the quantity of the content, but instead shift that focus over to the quality of what you're actually putting out there. How are you educating your audience? How are you inspiring your audience? In what way is that piece of content that you just posted, how is it just like life-changing in any way, shape, or form? So that's what your focus should be. If you just back it up for a second and you ask yourself, what are my social media goals? Again, why am I marketing my small business on Instagram? Ask yourself that question. What are you trying to accomplish? What's your goal for the week? Or maybe you may have monthly goals. What are you working towards that month? What is the message that you want to get out there about a particular product that you just got in? Or maybe you're thinking about getting a new product in and you just kind of want to see what people out there would say before you even get the product, just to make sure it's worth your while. You got to think about all that stuff when you're creating your Instagram strategy, being consistent and being able to keep up and putting quality content out there that's helping your followers. So what you want to do is maximize your content to be sure you are posting quality content on Instagram each and every time. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. And if you stick around to the very end, I'm going to share my very own Instagram strategy with you, what my focus is for the last 6 months of 2021. Grab a pen, grab a paper, and let's do it. So when it comes to maximizing your content and making sure you get something out of each and every post, or at least that should be your goal, okay? You want to think about 2 words. That's tactics and that's strategy. And what I find with small business owners is everybody has so many tactics, but there is no strategy behind those tactics. It's really, you're really doing it for nothing. Strategy is when you sit down and you talk about your business goals, okay? You relate those, to your social media goals, and then you zone in specifically on what you are trying to accomplish as a small business owner on Instagram. Okay, that's strategy building. Tactics are the things that you implement to actually reach those social media goals, so it's the little things that you do here and there that help you get that much closer to reaching whatever that goal is for you. You definitely want to have a strategy in place first before you start with the tactics, okay? And I want to give you an example. So let's just say you have a VIP program that you are promoting right now. You want to promote that for the month of October. Or maybe you might have, again, weekly social media goals. Whatever route you want to take as a small business owner, that's your choice. You want people to sign up for your VIP program. You want to just kind of get the word out there about your VIP program. That is your primary focus for the month. Tactics are the things that you're going to do to promote your VIP program. So, you might post 3 or 4 Instagram reels a week. You might get on your stories and you might talk about your VIP program. You know, you might just count the amount of times that you do that, because you don't want to get on there talking about it each and every day, because eventually people are going to get tired of hearing about it. So knowing the importance of strategy before tactics is a solid foundation to start from. And here's exactly how to get started with your strategy. Establishing your content pillars. And a lot of small business owners skip this step, but this is the perfect example of strategy before tactics. And content pillars just help to keep your content organized, and it helps you find balance on what it is that you're sharing on Instagram, because you want to share enough, but then at the same time you don't want to share too much. So by having these content pillars, you have different categories to choose from each and every time you are about to post on your Instagram. So let's just say you are an esthetician. Here's a perfect example of what your content pillars may or may not look like. Okay, yes, you want to promote your products and your services. That's number one. You want to find ways to educate your audience. You want to maybe share a few how-tos, and maybe you want to story tell, because like in last week's video, I told you the importance and the power of storytelling. So those are what your content pillars may look like. You want to go in and you want to say, this week on Wednesday, how can I do one of the following? How can I educate my audience on Wednesday? You know, maybe on Thursday, I'm going to post a how-to. And you just want to kind of repeat that cycle each and every time to make sure you are pulling from each category. You're hitting all of your goals, and you're actually talking about each category in moderation without overdoing it. Another way to maximize your content is by using the right hashtags. Now, the only thing that changed about hashtags from back then to hashtags today is that they used to tell you to post 30 hashtags, okay? Well, now Instagram has said that they don't want us to post 30 hashtags. They actually said the less, the better, because the more hashtags that we actually do use, it throws off the algorithm, and then it seems to look like bots and spammy behavior. They actually came out, which is surprising to me, and it's something that I'm going to change in my very own Instagram strategy going forward. But it was just surprising to me because, you know, all this time I've always used at least 30 hashtags in each and every post. So now they kind of want us to do that a little different. Make sure you're using targeted hashtags. Hashtags that are so specific to your niche and to your industry. You know, this is something that takes time, but actually research your hashtags. Check to see how many posts are associated with each hashtag. I actually have this little cheat sheet here that I'll share with you, and I'll link it down below as well. And it basically just tells you the size hashtag that you should use specifically to your account size. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. But once you have done your hashtag research and you have the hashtags that you know your target followers are out there searching for, take those hashtags and put them on an Excel spreadsheet, or even put them in the notebook in your phone. So each and every time, and I recommend having at least maybe 4 sets of hashtags, you know. And again, yes, this is something that's going to take time, you researching these hashtags, but it's time well spent, because at the end of the day, right before you get ready to go post on Instagram, all you do is you take one of those sets of hashtags and you go add it to your caption or your comment section, whichever you prefer. I haven't found that posting your hashtags in your caption or in the comment section makes much of a difference. So post it anywhere you like, but just make sure you are switching them up from time to time. Actually, you know, going back in, doing your research on each hashtag, making sure it's not a blocked or a banned hashtag, making sure it's still an active hashtag that is relevant to your business. Again, save these hashtags on a notebook in your phone, save them to a Google Excel sheet, and then just copy and paste each and every time you create a new post for Instagram. This will save you so much time in the end. So maybe you don't know, or maybe you do, but video is here to stay, okay? It is so official, like a referee's whistle, that video marketing has clearly changed the game. There was this representative of Instagram, I can't remember his name, I don't even want to try to mess it up, so I'm going to, you know, link it down below so y'all can go watch it at a later time. But I think he may have been the CEO of Instagram, but he did an IGTV just the other day. In his specific words, him, not me, he said that Instagram is no longer just a photo sharing platform. So let me repeat that again for the ones who didn't hear me. Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app. A lot of people in the beginning, even myself, I would, tell you all that Instagram was prioritizing accounts who used Reels. And Instagram came back and they were all like, no, that's not true. We're not prioritizing accounts who use Reels. But they did acknowledge the shift, and they noticed how video marketing was just taking over. They saw how TikTok was blowing up, and they pretty much wanted a piece of that action. So he's clearly telling us as small business owners and creators that we're gonna have to implement more video into our Instagram strategies. And whether that's Reels, that's Instagram TV, or that's using your stories, you got to figure out which feature works best for you and your business and just use it over and over again. Yes, try different ones. That is what marketing is all about. It's about being creative and just testing out different features as often as you possibly can. Eventually, with consistency, you'll find what works best for you. And also, if you get stuck thinking of creative ideas that you could use for your Instagram Reels, make sure you check out this video because I give you a full list of ideas that you can use for your next Instagram Reel. Now, this tip is gold when it comes to getting the most out of your content because it's a way to help you work smarter and not harder. You can spend more time focusing on your business and thinking of new ideas to help you grow because you're spending less time creating new content and thinking of new content ideas. And that is simply to repurpose your content. And I'm actually going to do a full video about this in next week's video. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss it. But in short, I'll go ahead and explain. Repurposing your content is a way to kind of keep coming out with fresh ideas. And I get this question all the time. Okay, how am I on YouTube? How am I on Instagram? How am I on TikTok? I even have a Pinterest account, believe it or not. But that is because I repurpose content. So therefore, I have basically 5 pieces of content because I'm starting off with my YouTube video. I'm going over to the Instagram carousel, Instagram story, Instagram reel, and IGTV. So that's 5 pieces of content right there. And honestly, you can make that into another 5 pieces of content. And that's what I'm going to tell you guys how to do in next week's video. So again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. So you made it to the end of another one of my videos. Thank you so much for staying. And as I promised you earlier in the video, I wanted to share my very own Instagram strategy with you. I want you to know what my focus is for the rest of 2021. And that is actually to build my email list. Okay, I really want to build my email subscribers. And then the second focus for me is to promote my video course. Now, this video course is specifically for small business owners who are looking to make more money and make more impact on Instagram. So if that sounds like you, definitely comment down below and let me know so I can tell you how to go ahead and get signed up. But promoting those 2 areas in my business are my main focus on Instagram. When I think about how I'm going to promote my email list, I know for me, I am Reels all day. And that's something that I plan on stepping up is my Reels game. My goal is to post 5 Reels a week. And this is something that I want you to kind of file in the back of your head. Whenever you are posting Reels on Instagram, make sure you include the cover photo. Now, you don't have to go design a branded photo. I mean, you can if you want to, but you can even just take like a screen snip of a piece of the video and use that, but always include it on your wall. So I can actually use this method to promote my video course, and I can even use this method to promote my email list. So I'm just basically going to use multiple features of Instagram to make this happen. Preferably features that are popping right now, which are all video and our carousel. And the reason that carousel and video perform best is because they help viewers stay on your post longer. If you have good videos, if you have good carousels, they help you to increase retention. That's two of my main focus points for my specific Instagram strategy for 2021. More carousels, more Instagram reels, and just more video, period. So I hope today's video was helpful. The next time you ask yourself, how often should I post on Instagram for my small business? Instead, replace it with asking yourself, how often can you post quality content on your Instagram? Take these strategies in today's video and implement them into your very own content strategy on Instagram. You'll start to receive results in no time. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. If so, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up down below. Head on over to Instagram and follow me over there, as I am very active on that platform. And like always, I'll catch you guys in next week's video. Bye-bye. How are you inspiring your audience? Inspiring